get up. You need a little revive.
Hey everybody, I'm SSP, and this is Ripping with History, where we dive into all the nuts and bolts of how Newfane and Olcott, New York came to be, and all the fun factoids in between. Come with me on this historical journey. And now, we have rolled up onto, not our final, but we are going to take a break from Newfane and Olcott early history. But the last topic we are going to discuss is the 18 Mile Creek 125-year cleanup and counting. Now, the 18 Mile Creek, as it suggests, is, well, an 18 Mile Creek. It's absolutely ginormous. And not only that, but it was used from everything from steamships, locomotives, to take goods and services across from it, from Ontario to all the way to up here in Olcott and Newfane. And unfortunately, right around this time in the early 1900s, there was an absolutely revitalization of literature within the Americas, and everywhere in between. And unfortunately, the Lockport and Niagara paper mills, there were no real, regulations on what you could and couldn't dump into stuff, so not really their fault, but you would assume common sense would take. Unfortunately, all of this was polluted so badly, it had thick, black sludge running through the water. It wasn't even really water anymore. On top of that, it killed so many fish that they were washed up on the shores of the 18 Mile Creek, and people, the townspeople were so actually, worried about it, they actually came together and made, a regulation where they would go around and clean up all the fish for fear of, venereal diseases spreading and, all that kind of stuff. Actually, it's pretty amazing when you consider it, people just picking up and deciding to do something about something. It doesn't really happen that often anymore. It does, but it's very, very rare. And within all this, there was no disease spread, but it was just an absolute eyesore after a while. And it says in the books that I have referenced and cross-referenced that it was eventually cleaned up by the governor in the early 1900s, sometime around there. I can personally tell you I lived in Lockport for probably 3 years. And they're still cleaning up the 18 Mile Creek. I'm telling you. They're still doing it. There's still laws being passed, so unfortunately it's probably just a losing battle, but next time we are going to be learning about the shipwrecks and survivors of all the Great Lakes, guys. Stay tuned for that. Thanks again, guys. Bye.